Products is where I'm going to create all of those physical and or virtual products. They could be one-time payments. They could be subscription payments, so recurring payments as well. So you'll see here that there's a membership that I created a little while ago. It's called membership. I can put a description here. I can go ahead and create a collection of products in here and make this part of that collection. Now the product tax code is going to be important for me depending upon where you live. In Canada, we have the highest taxation in the entire planet. So we're taxed on everything. So generally speaking, it doesn't matter what you select here, unless you sell kids clothing. Maybe that's taxed a little bit differently. But what you want to do as good practice is when you are creating a product, whether it's a one-time payment or a subscription, you want to click on the tax code and you want to find what item of the thousands in this list is most applicable to this product. Okay, so let's say, for example, I actually did sell shoes. I'm going to search shoes. All right, are these bowling shoes? Are these whatever shoes? Are they, which categorization best describes this? All right, so shoes, children. No. Okay, shoes. If I'm just regularly selling regular shoes, it's not business to business, it's business to customer. Water shoes, ballet, and tap shoes. Okay, great. My wife, at our clinic, we had a client who does a ballet school. She sells ballet shoes, clothing and related accessories, ballet shoes. What this does is when people check out with this product, Evolve is going to say, this is the ballet shoe category. Ballet shoes are not charged a certain tax. It's going to apply the correct taxes to that. However, if this was a membership, that's a completely different thing. Most of us are going to do memberships or products. So if I see dues, membership that guarantees transfer of, no transfer of TPP, because it's not a physical product, right? It's nothing here, or membership is okay, it's this one, dues and memberships with no transfer of TPP, right? So it's a retail shopping club. So this is most of our memberships will be under this one. So in Canada, every province and territory will be charged the tax. However, Laura, you're in the U.S. You're not. Most states, American states, do not charge sales taxes on digital subscriptions. Okay, so in this case, if an American came and bought this, they won't be charged any tax. But if a Canadian bought this, they'll be charged the according tax according to their province or territory. All right, include taxes and prices. This is universal across all products. Generally speaking, I do not have anybody who is out of continent. So in Canada and the US, your taxes are not included in your pricing. So select tax will not be included in the purchase price. Okay, if you're in the European Union or the UK in particular, that's tax in. The VAT is already in there, value added tax. So you're going to say, yes, tax is included in the purchase price. All right. And then this is where I can attach my global tax rates. So there's a new feature in Evolve where we can now select taxes based on where we are at, right? So this is going to be under a different box here. So under payments, let me just go back. Under payments, settings, taxes, you can add individual tax rates, but more importantly, we have automatic taxes. All right, so this is applicable to almost every country in the world now. Just go ahead here, payments, settings, taxes, and add your tax rate for your country. So for us in Canada, we're going to add Canada, and we're going to add every single province and territory. So in Canada, this is what you would do. It's called a nexus address. And I'm going to search Canada. And I'm not going to just search Alberta. I'm going to select every province and territory. Why? Because our government says so. All right. Now, in the United States, Laura, what state are you from? New York again? I can't remember. Yeah, New York. Okay. So for Laura and for, let's see who else is Susie, right? You're in the US. So you're going to not pick every state. You're going to pick the states that you are physically in and where any of your workers are. Okay, so let's say, for example, Susie's in California. Okay, great. Susie can pick California. However, Susie also has a virtual assistant who lives in Delaware. Okay, so you're going to have to pick Delaware as well. Okay, so that means anybody who buys from California pays applicable taxes based on tax category. Delaware, exact same thing, right? So you'll just hit add, and then Evolve will automatically charge the taxes based on the checkout address of the individual plus the state that they're coming from. Okay, so that's how you will do your taxes. I know you have your hand up in a second, Susie, but please write that question down. I'm going to keep on the recording for this. All right, so let's go back into products. So I'm going to create a new product from scratch. So I can go and call this, let's just say I want to sell an ebook. Okay, so ebook guts, guts. Okay, and then I can talk about my description there. I can select a category. So remember, always selecting a category for this particular product. Ebook, I think this is called digital book. Yeah. Digital book with rights less than a permanent use. Digital books to an end user rights for permanent use. Boom. Okay, so this is a digital ebook. I don't charge tax. Sorry, it's not included in here. The tax rates, I don't have to select the tax here, right? Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. I don't have to select that tax. Ebook. Digital book. No, you don't have to attach tax rates to this because we already have it globally. If you happen to hit this, it's totally fine. You can say this is the Guts ebook. Otherwise, it would be the name of your company. But like, so for example, Brett and I, we have a parent company. It's called Parker Management. Your receipts may say that, or it actually says ACE membership, so that you know exactly what that's for. I would personally put what's on it, what it's for. That way, when somebody looks at their thing and says, Parker Management, who the heck is this Parker Management charging my card? Versus, oh, Guts ebook. Yeah, I did buy that. Okay, so that's a good practice for there. You can add images or whatever of that. Now your ebook, you can say, is it a recurring payment or one time? Obviously, it's a one time. Let's choose the American dollar. Let's choose $9.95. You can always do those types of things, but we're not going to do that. So done. All right. So you can have that one price. You can also add another price if you wanted to. And you're going to call this special offer $4.95 USD. And then just delete this third one. So what happens is my ebook is going to be sold at $9.95 or at $4.95. And I'm going to show you why I do this when we start to add this product to a sales page. The SEO title, SEO description, you could totally do those things. But once you're done here, I just want to hit save. And that's it. So if I go back to all of my products, I can now have an ebook. So you can see here, I have a subscription and I also have an ebook. Now, why does this say physical, Daniel? Well, the reason why is because I can now go into each of the products and say, this is actually a digital product. So remember, oh, sorry, I picked the wrong item here. This was not the membership I wanted. I wanted the ebook. Ebook. I can go into the product. It's a digital product, and then I can upload the PDF. Okay, so this will give them that ebook without you necessarily having to do it in a workflow. You can automate that process here. Same thing with the physical offer, digital product, upload my ebook, boom. Now, if you left it as physical, it's totally fine. It's not going to affect anything. But it's this is a great way for you to send out digital products quickly and easily without having to do any fancy footwork in the workflows. All right, so now we've got that here under payments. So now these products are available and ready for me to sell. Now, there's two different ways of selling a product. One is you can add this product to a landing page to sell it there, or you can create a payment link for the product. And that's why I'm going to go back into this option here. So let's take a look at payment link. I can say select a product, and this is going to be my ebook at $9.95. You see, I created the two different price points. So I could sell just the $9.95. I don't have to always have the $4.95 available. It's an option, but I don't make that option available to everybody. I can now say, all right, what else do I want to show on here? I want to make sure that they add their phone number. So the phone number is added somewhere here. Oh, there it is, right? I want their addresses. Oop, there's the address box. I can let them use coupon codes. Ooh, there's a coupon code box. Afterwards, what happens when they purchase the product? I can send them to a custom URL. Right? It's the confirmation page. Or I could just leave it as it is. I can change the button instead of pay, right? Book it or donate it. You don't have to enable that branding here. Right? Payment, do you want to be a test product or live? Right? Live is just easy, quick and easy. All right, so this is what this one product checkout will look like. And then once you do that, you hit save. And this is the quick and easy stuff. So if I go here, you'll see that I can copy that. And when I send that out to people, I don't have to go through a sales page. I don't have to try to sell you on anything. Just pay. Here you go. All right, so this is a quick and easy way to collect money from people without having to get them through a sales page. Because with a sales page, as awesome as sales pages are, there's a process to go through it. Well, what if they go through the sales page and they're detail-oriented, and they're already hot to buy, and then they look at the sales page and they're like, wait a second, I've got other and they're thinking about more things. My friend, give them this URL. They already said, hey, I'd like to pay for it. How do I do that? Yeah, here's a direct link.